Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a Magic Review. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Starting off the week with a Magic Review and another Magic Review from Penguin Magic. Penguin Magic was super kind this month to bless me with a nice box of stuff so that I can start showing you some Penguin Magic reviews here on the mothership. You know, I also do Penguin Magic reviews over in the members section. That's right. So every single week I upload 2 tricks purchased with my own money. That's more than any other Magic review channel out there. 2 tricks a week purchased with my own money. Over in the members section, you can have access to that for only $1.99 a month. There'll be more details about that at the end of this video. Today, we're looking at Rattle dice. Now, you could ask, well, what is Rattle dice? And I did ask that. And I foolishly asked that because it's in the name. It is in the name. If you have been around Magic for a while and you know what a Rattle box is, this is a Rattle box, but it's Rattle dice, so that you could have a single die in your hand and make it sound like you have more than one die in your hand. And if you're wondering if it's that, it is. Normally at this point, I would show you the box and show you what's inside, but the reality is what's inside is just dice, right? They're white dice with black spots. You're gonna get 3, okay? You're gonna get 2 regular and 1 gimmicked, and that's so you can do the routines that are included in the trick. You're also gonna get 2 download videos. One, Gregory Wilson. It's like 54 minutes long, or almost an hour. And the second video is Craig Petty, and his video is about 13 minutes. But whole project together, you're gonna get a massive amount of ideas. Even though it's only a little bit over an hour tutorial, I think there's at least 8-10 tricks that they're gonna teach you. They're all very similar. I wouldn't recommend that you do them back to back, right? And most of the ones on the main tutorial are like quick ideas. The trick that Craig Petty introduces is more of a fleshed out routine. And I would watch them in that order. Watch the Penguin video first and Craig second, because I think like once you get the information from the Penguin video, it kind of leads into Craig. Craig's like, okay, now that you've learned all that stuff, let's put it all together. That's kind of how his routine is. So that's what you get in the box. Is it what I thought? It should have been. It should have been what I thought. I think I overthunk it. I didn't know exactly what it would be. And yeah, I really overthought it, because if it's a Rattle box, but it's in a die shape. Why hasn't this already been made? I don't know. With all the gambling gaffes that have been made for die, you know, like die that always roll the same numbers, or dies that are weighted, or dies that are now you know, electronic and tell us what the numbers are. This seems really rudimentary and old school. Like, why didn't we come up with this 100 years ago? It doesn't make, I don't know why. Completely well made. They are gonna pass muster. You're not gonna be able to tell the gaff from the regular. They look completely identical. So how's the video? What are you gonna learn? Well, like I said, the main video is Greg Wilson, okay? And so there's gonna be a trailer and an intro, and he'll talk to you about how to do the move, but the reality is you know how to do the move. You're gonna hold one die in your hand and shake it back and forth like you have 2, right? It's pantomime. And the die does all the rest. So then they'll start teaching you some tricks. And in truth, they're a lot like coin tricks, all right? Because, well, they kind of are. Or maybe even like a sponge ball effects. They kind of have a mixture of those 2 kinds of styles. So there's a dice through cup, where you'll literally drop the die into a coffee mug and they pop out the bottom. And then you'll do the same thing with dice through table. So same thing. It appears like you have 2 die above the table and 1 goes underneath the table. There's some bonus ideas, and then a little bit more than halfway through, Nick Locapo steps in and he has his own trick submissions. I think he has 3 or 4 trick submissions. My favorite one that he does is dice to hand. So he has the spectator hold their hand like this, and they're looking down at your hand, and when you open your hand, only one die is there, and then they look back on top of their hand, and the other die is resting on top of their hand. And it kind of feels like, you know, coin under watch, where you say, oh, it's not over here, oh, look under your watch. So it has that same kind of feel, but it's done with a die. And if you've ever been like, I'm never gonna do coin under watch, I'm not that brave, I'll never be able to slyly stick a coin under somebody's watch, this is a way you could do that same effect, but with die. With less movements, less sleight of hand, and just as impactful. There's some additional thoughts on there, and then the second video, like I said with Craig Petty, is a 3-die trick. So he has nothing in his hands, he makes the dies appear, and then he does a coins across effect with the die. So 3 over here, and then poof 1, and then 2 over here, and then poof 1, and then 1 over here, and it goes across. So he mixes the coin to table into that, and then he takes the 3 die and makes them disappear one at a time, poof, poof, poof. And that's his whole routine. So pocket space, it's just the die, right? You know how big die are. And if you want to carry all 3 with you or just 2 with you, it's completely up to you. There's also an extra little piece of science inside the box that allows you to lock the die in play so that if you shook it, you wouldn't hear the movement. You could also use a magnet on the outside of your pants to carry the die kind of like in a loading position. So if you just had the 2 normal die, you could show those 2, and then you'd be able to reach behind yourself and load the magnetic die off the back of your pants using a magnet. So there's that option as well. There's no difficulty to this, that, you know, as far as the gimmick goes, because the gimmick's doing all the work. The only difficulty is in things like false transfers, right? Lots of false transfers, lots of holding 1 and saying it's 2, lots of misdirection. Same kind of, like I was saying, same kind of sleights that you would use with coin tricks and perhaps sponge balls is what you're looking at here. So positives, I think if your normal routines are done around gambling, cheating, right? This is a fun addition, especially if you're a card magician and you do a bunch of gambling style effects. It'd be fun to throw some dice effects in there as well. And it allows you to do coin tricks or sponge ball tricks without wrecking your character, right? Your character is casino, or your character is gambling, or your character is like poker demonstrations. Well, now you can add die into that and start adding some what really are coin tricks and sponge ball tricks, but it still fits your character, and I think that's exceptionable. Did I say exceptionable? That's not a word at all. Negatives. All right, so what are the negatives? There isn't any. I mean, there can't be, like it, because, you know, it would only be a negative if they were hyping something that it wasn't, and it is. Like, I'm telling you, it's a rattle box. I mean, you know what it is. You fully know what it is going into this, right? There's no deception here. So the question is, do you want to spend 40 bucks on 3 die, 1 gimmicked, 2 normal, and you get about an hour's worth of tutorials? The other thing would be is if you already are a coin magician or you already are a sponge ball magician, now you can just change up your routining, and you can do the same routines that you already do, but now with die, right? So seems like a no-brainer for a lot of different magicians that use a lot of different styles. And it's a packs flat, plays big type of trick. So Penguin Magic, big huge thanks to them for allowing me to have this so I can do the review for you. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, would you like to learn a magic trick? You would? Did you know I have a second channel? That's right, I have a second channel where I teach beginning level magic tricks. Magic Channel Card Tricks is a place that you can go to learn tricks with ordinary items you can find around the house. Paper clips, rubber bands, pens, and of course, decks of cards. I teach beginning level card tricks. simple card tricks, simple card forces that anybody could learn. I also review magic kits. So if you go buy a magic kit from the store, your local Walmart or Target, or you get a magic kit for Christmas, I'll go over exactly what's inside. And I'll even teach you how to perform with some of those tricks that you get inside those kits. Plus, I'm even gonna give you video instruction to very simple, very inexpensive tricks that you can pick up at your favorite magic store. Sometimes you get those tricks and the instructions are just on a tiny little piece of typewritten paper and you have no idea how to do that trick. Don't throw that trick away. Don't put it in a box. Come back to Magic Channel Card Tricks and I will teach you how to use that trick as well. Or maybe you're not a beginner. Maybe you're not a beginner, but maybe you have a niece or a nephew or a little brother or sister that you could share this channel with them. This is a great, safe place, kid-friendly, where they can learn beginning level magic. Make sure you head on over to Magic Channel Card Tricks, give my videos a like, subscribe to that channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being a part of Magic Orthodoxy.